Robert Bobby coming at you. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make lasagna, one of my favorites as well. Even strictly for the fact that, like pizza, it can be whatever flavor or different type of lasagna you want. You could have chicken lasagna, you could have a taco lasagna, you could have a chili, or even a cream-based lasagna. But today, I'm going to show you how I make my traditional lasagna, more the Italian style. Alright, let's go over. So I have my sauce already made up. Last week's video showed how to make that, minus the cell phone, hopefully. And then we also have this, which is my favorite layer. I have cottage cheese, cream cheese, some frozen, now thawed out and drained it for the spinach. I drained it so that there is less moisture. And as well, I'm going to throw in some mozzarella cheese and get this blended up so we can get this going. And we'll be right back after that's been blended. Okay, so we got it all mixed up. That's a heavy amount of cheese. Might not use it all for the lasagna, but if I do, I am fine with that being the highlight of it. I like to put a lot of my stuff into the sauce itself, just to make it easier when you're assembling. And pretty much putting, a fair bit onto the bottom, so that it completely engulfs the pasta. And I did use the oven-ready kind, store-bought. One of these days I will show how to make my homemade pasta, but not today. Alright, so just making sure we have it sitting even as possible. Go crazy trying to get it to be sitting perfect. And going crazy, not a far drive for me. And so just putting another bunch of sauce on it. It's getting heavy already, so I can't really lift it up. But you get the general idea. It's all about the layers. Alright, so we put another layer on. After this layer of the lasagna pasta noodle, this is where we put on the good stuff. Let's hope I do this flawlessly. Definitely recommend to have some of your cheese, like the cream cheese, at room temperature, so that when you do blend it, you don't have to go crazy, depending on how much you want your spinach to be blended as well. So it's the less of a size of your spinach, the less you're going to get in your teeth, I would think, in theory anyway. Do have a big chunk of cream cheese, but that will be the surprise for that one person. And this is pretty much it. Just putting that a big layer of this, putting another layer of your pasta, then your sauce. If you have room, more pasta, then sauce, and then that is when I will come back and show you where we finished the top. But alright, so I figured I might as well just show you all this because it's not going to take that long. Do it one-handed. Alright, put some more sauce in here. And the sauce has peppers and mushrooms and some hamburger, some Parmesan. And I do put a little bit of butter in there just to kind of blend the sauce around a little bit better. Just a little bit more. Alright, ran out of space, so I had to delete some stuff so I can continue on. But here we are. This will be the final layer. Layer is going to have more sauce. Now on the top of the sauce, you can do one of two things. Or, unless you have other ideas, of course, you can do more. But from what I'm thinking is, you could cook it as is until it was almost done, and then put your top layer of cheese. Or you could put your cheese on now. Might be a little bit darker, but that's not a problem. And as well, you could put some cheese even on top of that if it's too dark. It's the thing about cooking. Happy little accidents, just like Bob Ross would say. Alright, so I'm going to put that in as is, and then I'm going to put my cheese, my favorite kind, on the top after it's been cooked enough. And the only way I test it, stick a fork in it. If it goes through, it's done, because everything else is cooked. Alright. Oven is on about 350. We'll stick it in there probably for about an hour-ish and gauge it from there, and then we'll be back. Alright, so she's been in there. Apparently it's a she. Been probably about close to 45, maybe an hour, and not really any, maybe a very little bit of resistance through the noodles, but not very much. And I am going to put the cheese on it now so that we can, should have opened the cheese when I didn't have to hold on to the phone, but I got it. And sometimes I do like to put, because I did put this cheese in the middle as well, but sometimes I do like a good cheddar. It's just so greasy. And I believe the pizza mozzarella that you can get in the stores are less sodium for some brands, which of course is a great thing because it's in everything in extremely large amounts. But that's another video. Alright, so I don't go overly killed on the cheese anymore. Maybe that might be already overkilled for most, and as soon as I said it, I thought to myself, I kind of do want to go a little bit more with cheese on this one. Alright. You beautiful. And sometimes I'll even put some chives right on, even on the top of it. But not going to do that today. Alright, I'm going to put it back in, let that cheese melt, maybe crisp up a little bit. Might even turn the heat up just a little bit just to kind of get that crispiness. But I'll be tasting this very shortly. And there it is. I did end up putting it for about 10 minutes on about 400. And then I put some marble cheese and some fresh Parmesan on top and put it back in on around 500 or 450 for another about 5 minutes or so. But got a little bit of some crispier on the edges. I could have left it in longer, but all in all, I'm going to let it cool some because I don't want to burn my mouth. And then what I sometimes will do is, if there's still a lot of grease on the top, after it's cool, I will kind of dab it off with some paper towel, just so that it's not so greasy here and now. Alright, I will see you in a bit. Here she is in all her glory. Nice big cheese layer. 10.6 pounds of lasagna. Alright, here we go. You can really enjoy that cheese layer. Sauce does still carry that kick, but it's mellowed out some because of all the extra ingredients. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the recipe today. I hope you get the chance to try it yourself, and I hope you enjoy your cooking. Stay safe, like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.